A very good morning to all the students. This is Veena teacher. We are there in the chapter cell cycle, and in yesterday's module we started with the meiosis, and we are there in meiosis 1. If you remember, in meiosis there are two meiosis steps, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So in yesterday's class we have seen meiosis 1, and in that meiosis 1 we have seen prophase 1. And yesterday's class we have also discussed this, that in prophase 1 of meiosis 1 there are actually 5 stages present: leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotene and diakinesis. So in the leptotene stage, these chromosomes are present as a long thread. In zygotene stage, the homologous chromosomes, they have aligned together. Tetrad structure is formed in pachytene stage. In diplotene stage, the crossing over has started, it is taking place, and diakinesis, here terminalization is taking place, and the sister chromatids, they are getting separated after the crossing over is done. So these are the steps we have seen in yesterday's class, and in today's class we are going to start with the next step, that is metaphase 1. So here this is prophase 1. The 5 steps that we have seen is present here. Now let us start with the metaphase 1. Now in metaphase, you have studied that in mitosis metaphase the chromosomes are present in the equatorial plane. So here, and they have to travel towards the opposite poles. That exactly is taking place in the metaphase 1. The chromosomes are present in the equatorial plane and they have to move towards the opposite poles. So here the centrioles are at opposite poles of the cell. The pairs of homologous chromosomes, that is bivalents, are now tightly coiled and condensed as they will be in the meiosis, become arranged on the plane equidistant from the poles called metaphase plate. So this plate is called metaphase plate. Spindle fibers from one pole of the cell attached to the other chromosome of each pair. So here you can see the spindle fibers being formed. Okay, and then the spindle fibers, now they're going to pull these chromosomes towards the poles. So here you can see happening in the next anaphase. So in the anaphase, here you see these particular chromosomes, some part is blue and some part is pink. It means what has happened here, already the exchange between the non-sister chromatids has taken place. That's why you have this arrangement, new arrangement. When you compare between this and this, you see here the entire chromosome is either blue or pink. But here you can see there are some pieces of blue and pink. So this is known as recombinant. So here you can understand that in anaphase 1 already the recombinant has formed. Now once the recombinant has formed, now the next step is telophase, and as you know the telophase, so the chromosomes which are moved towards the pole, they are going to be grouped together. Now that's going to happen in the telophase stage. So the cytokinesis is going to take place here, and after cytokinesis, now what is happening? One cell has divided into two cells. Okay, that is one thing you can see. The second thing is there are recombinants present, because you can see the patches of blue and pink. And third thing is chromosomal number is halved. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and here you can see only 2. So the n is 2 here and 2n is 4 here. So that's the development that you see in meiosis 1. Now let us see what is going to happen in meiosis 2. Now in the case of meiosis 2 is exactly same as mitosis. In what way it is same as mitosis? In mitosis, each cell divides into two cells. So you are having, after the meiosis 1, 2 cells, so altogether you are going to get 4 cells. The chromosomal number has already halved in meiosis 1. In meiosis 2, the same number of chromosome is going to be maintained. So in that way, the meiosis 2 is same as mitosis cell division. Okay, so this is how the movement is going to take place. Still we are there in anaphase. Here the steps are there. You can just follow these notes and make note of these points. So here after the meiosis 1, we are having the haploid set of chromosomes, one thing. Second thing is recombinants are there. And third most important thing is the chromosomal number is halved. Okay, now Okay, now this also is a notes pertaining to what I have discussed just now. So here, this is followed by the meiosis 2. Now here in the case of meiosis 2, as I have told you just now, meiosis 1 proceeds directly into meiosis 2 without growing through the interphase. And meiosis 2 resembles the mitosis more than meiosis 1. In meiosis 1 there was this 5 stages are there in prophase, but in meiosis 2 prophase they are not, their 5 stages are not there, so it is much more simpler in meiosis 2. So chromosomal number, which has already been reduced to haploid, remains unchanged after the division. In meiosis 2, the phases are again analogous to mitosis. So here whatever mitosis phases are there, the same phases are seen. And here you see that the N is 2 already after end of meiosis 1. So 4 haploid cells are formed where N is equal to 2. Now here, one more thing, as I told you just now, the 4 meiocytes, that is 4 gametes which are formed, they are genetically different from each other. That's why you can see various colors of blues and pinks in each of the chromosome. So in humans who have 23 pairs of chromosomes, the number of chromosomes remain unchanged if the beginning and in the end of meiosis 2 the N is 23. So here you can see the meiosis 2 stages, how the division is taking place. It's exactly as I told you that it is very similar to the mitosis. So prophase 2, metaphase, again here you can see 2 because already in meiosis 1 you have 2 cells being formed. That's the reason why 2 cells are taken here, and ultimately you are having the haploid set of chromosomes firstly, and secondly you are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 daughter cells are formed in the meiosis cell division, and here you can see that the recombinants also have been formed. You can follow the notes here. Please make a note of these points in your notebook. Now let us see to the significance of meiosis. Significance of meiosis is you can have a lot of genetic variations because of the meiosis, and especially in the meiosis, if at all you are asked a question which step of meiosis has genetic recombination taking place, you will tell that it is meiosis 1, prophase 1, and in that prophase 1 also the Pachytene stage. So the crossing over is a very important significant aspect of meiosis. And why the crossing over is important? Because it increases the genetic diversity. Okay, and then if any problem happens during the meiosis, then it leads to genetic mutations. So if any this crossing over is not proper and one piece is already there with this particular chromosome, the distribution has not taken place, or maybe here you can see if one part is missing or anything happens, that will lead to genetic mutations. Okay, so if this mutation occurs here, the cell dies. And if it is small mutation and the cell is able to survive, then you will see that the cell is a recombinant and the mutation can be passed from one generation to the next generation. Most of the human genetic diseases that we find, like Down syndrome, Turner syndrome, or these kinds of diseases that you see, genetic diseases, that diseases result because of this step only, some fault in this step. Now quickly let us see the difference between the mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis single division, meiosis 2 divisions. Number of chromosomes remains same, number of chromosomes is halved. Now homologous chromosome line up separately in metaphase, homologous chromosome line up in pairs in metaphase. Okay, homologous chromosome do not pair up, bivalent structure is seen in meiosis. Chiasmata is not formed, chiasmata is formed. Crossing over is not there, crossing over is there. Daughter cells are genetically identical, daughter cells are different from each other. 2 daughter cells are formed, 4 daughter cells are formed. So there is a difference between the mitosis and meiosis. Okay, now children, what we have seen in today's class is we have seen meiosis 1, meiosis 2 and significance of meiosis, and also we have seen difference between mitosis and meiosis. In next module, I am going to discuss about the question answers based upon this chapter. All of you, I suggest you to see the module and please make your own notes seeing the points. I have put all the points necessary for you. You can make beautiful notes seeing this particular module, and you can draw the same diagrams in your notebook. So all of you children, thank you so much. Stay home, stay safe. God bless you all.